and you heard that old hammer ring. You saw the tomb where they laid me, but the grave has no hold on the king. Thomas, I know how you're hurting, and Thomas, I know how you cry. But lift up your head and believe with your heart. Come place your hand in my side.
Before the day begins, before the day begins, I wake to sing a holy hymn, while the flowers still are wet with morning dew. My soul he renews before the sun comes breaking through. seal the Lamb who was slain. Who is worthy to read the word? The root of David, the Lion and the Lamb. Jesus is his name. Angels saw light, angels saw light, angels saw light, but John saw Lamb. Angels saw light, angels saw light, angels saw light, but John saw Lamb. I said John saw Lamb. I said John saw Lamb. John saw Lamb. Love's never too little. It's never too late. The hardest part's over with the first step you take. Cross the bridge of forgiveness. Love is willing to wait. Love's never too little. It's never too late. A man and a woman, now they hardly speak. Their vows of forever are getting harder to keep. There's a mountain between them that grows bigger each day. It would just disappear if they only would live what their hearts long to say. Love's never too little. It's never too late. The hardest part's over with the first step you take. Cross the bridge of forgiveness. Love is willing to wait. Love's never too little. It's never too late. A thief and a beggar, so lonely and lost, on a hill with two others, soon to die on a cross, alone and forsaken, by this world thrown away. He had come to the end, and he needed a friend, and he heard Jesus say, Love's never too little. It's never too late. The hardest part's over with the first step you take. Cross the bridge of forgiveness. Love is willing to wait. Love's never too little. It's never too late. Oh, cross the bridge of outside Jerusalem. They faint from the hunger and the heat. I have 2 loads of fishes, a boy to Jesus said. He brought them down and laid them at his feet. Jesus took them in his hand before the multitude. He lifted up the fishes and the bread. He gave thanks to his Father as a hungry crowd looked on. He turned to his disciples and he said, break the bread and feed the hungry. There's a vast abundance in my hand. Bring what you have to me and I will use it. The hungry will be fed throughout the land. Gathered on a hillside, outside Jerusalem, the Son of God was hung upon a tree. He looked upon the hungry crowd, he bowed his head and he became the living bread for you and me. Break the bread and feed the hungry. Share what is placed in your hand. Give what you have I'll sing there forever my joyous refrain. Praise God, I feel like singing. I'm on the other side of life now. Praise God, I feel like singing. I'm on the other side of life now. I remember at my grandma's grave the big spoke these words: ashes, ashes, the dust shall return. But knowing her the way I did, if there was any way, she'd come up from the grave and she'd say, ashes, ashes, dust to dust. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm coming up. It'll take more than that stone. Keep me in the ground. 'Cause when the Lord turns, I'm glory bound. Now if the Lord should tarry for 100 years or so, I know there'll come a time when it will come my time to go. Before I leave, there's something that I want the world to know. This clay may turn to ashes, but the Lord will keep my soul. Ashes, ashes, dust to dust. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm coming up. It'll take more than that stone. Keep me in the ground. 'Cause when the Lord turns, I'm glory bound. Ashes, ashes, dust to dust. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm coming up. It'll take more than that stone. Keep me in the ground. 'Cause when the Lord turns, I'm glory bound. It'll take more than that stone. Keep me in the ground. 'Cause when the Lord returns, I'm glory bound. Glory bound. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm Wendy Bagwell. And the stuff that you've been hearing about me getting old and senile is ridiculous. I'm as suave right now as I was when I was 20 years old. The only problem I got is women. I'm surrounded with women. On the bus, it's women. When I get home, it's women. Never been around nothing but women, always telling me what to do. It finally catches up with you, and it's about to kill me. So, I'm dedicating this story to all the men in the world who, like me, is in their upper 40s. And total protection is killing them. I'm going to tell you something, and this is a fact with my hand up if I had to die. We were singing in a town called Sugar Creek, Ohio, a couple of weeks ago. I started the stage, and little Roy Lewis, most of you know who he is, ran up to me and said, "Hey, Wendy," said, you got anything good to eat in that garbage can on the bus? Well, I knew instantly who he had been talking to. Geraldine and Jan, who for some reason gets a delight in telling people that I eat out of garbage cans. I'll tell you where that comes from. On the bus, we'll stop at McDonald's or somewhere and we'll get sausage, biscuits, whatever. Sometimes the girls, they eat a bite or two, roll it up in the paper, throw it in the trash. Well, that night after the show's over, 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I get a little bit hungry, and I get them out of the trash can, not the garbage can, and it's wrapped up. There ain't nothing wrong with it. They make it sound like I reached down in a slop bucket and get through it. But it's wrapped up and there ain't nothing wrong with it. And if it happens to be the next day that I decide to eat it, then they start talking about bacteria. I said, don't worry about the bacteria. I eat it, chewed it up with the rest of it. But I absolutely hear salt, saturated fat, and cholesterol till I'm so sick of it I could die. I've about decided I don't like food. I just like salt, saturated fat, and cholesterol. Matter of fact, if they ever put it in patties, I'll buy it and fry it. I'll guarantee it. I'm going to tell you this, and it's a fact with my hand up. If I had to die where I'm standing, this is the truth. I came home the other day. I reached in the refrigerator and took out a carton of milk. My wife, Melba, whirled around and said, "Don't drink that." I said, "Why?" She said, "It'll clog up your arteries." I said, "Who said so?" She said, "The TV doctor said so." You know, growing up, all I wanted was a RC Cola. But it was drink your milk. Drink your milk if you want to be big like your Uncle Edgar. Drink your milk. Now it'll clog up my arteries. I said, "Well, what did he say for me to drink?" She said, "Well, if you want to be smart about it." Now, I want you to know what that woman said to me. A woman that won't allow rubbing alcohol in the house because the last word says alcohol. Whirled around to me and said, "Well, smart aleck, if you want to know," he said, "you should drink a little wine every day and clean out your arteries." I said, "Well, that makes sense. My Uncle Leonard could drink a little wine and clean out a bar." My Uncle Leonard was always cleaning out his arteries. Matter of fact, and this is a fact, if I had to die where I'm standing, this is the truth. My Uncle Leonard come home from the war, World War II, come home from the war, and he announced that he was a demolitions expert. All his life been nothing but a poor dirt farmer. Now he's a demolitions expert, and he announces that he's no longer going to farm. He's in the demolition business. Wasn't long till my Uncle Leonard started getting a little bit of work. Somebody would, like for instance, be digging a well. They run into a rock in those days. They had to have a demolitions man come blow out the rock so they could dig the well. Same thing applied to pit toilets. Everybody dug their own back then. And it wasn't long till my Uncle Leonard got a job. A fellow was digging a pit toilet. He got about 3 feet down. He hit rock. He got my Uncle Leonard. They went over there. Well, now back then they dig the pit. Preacher, you'll remember this. They dig a new pit, but they don't build a new outhouse. The outhouse that they've got, they bring and sit over the pit they dug. You remember? Some of you remember that. Okay, so my Uncle Leonard was to blow the rock out of the pit. My Uncle Leonard blew the rock out of the pit and blew the outhouse out of the county. That spot is now known as Buchanan's Lake. As my pastor, Quinn Evans, always says, this and I'll close. You can say that I made all this up. First of all, I ain't smart enough to make nothing up. It's got to happen. You can say I made this up if you want to, but this is a fact with my hand up. I came down the other morning, reached in the refrigerator and took out an egg. An egg. And my wife whirled around at me like a mad woman and said, what are you going to do with that? I said I hadn't fully decided. I said I ain't gonna lay it, it's already been laid. I said I think I'm gonna take it in there and sit on it. And when it hatches, I'm gonna start me a chicken farm. Gonna be the Wendy Bagwell chicken farm. Or either you can go sit on it, we'll call it the Malva Bagwell. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you about eating. Everybody's all shook about eating. One day they say this will kill you. The next day they say this is what you need. You never know what to eat. I'm going to tell you, I told my wife about my Uncle Herschel. My Uncle Herschel ate for breakfast every single morning of his life. He ate a half a pound of fried fatback, grease gravy, eggs, and biscuits. Every morning of his life, it never changed. He ate a half a pound of fatback for breakfast. For 35 solid years, he ate a half a pound of fatback for breakfast. My wife whirled around at me and said, well, why did he quit? She thought she had me there. She thought she had me there. I said, because he died. And he'd be eating it today if he was still here. As my pastor, Quinn Evans, always says, about 30 minutes after he says, I'll close with this. In closing, they got all over me to go have a physical. I said, well, there ain't nothing wrong with me. They want me to go have a physical anyway. So I go to the doctor. I said, I'm here to have a physical. He said, all right, Mr. Bagwell. He said, have a seat over here if you would. And he got out his little thing there. And he said, a few questions I want to ask you before you have the physical. I said, go right ahead, doctor. Anything you want to know. He said, Mr. Bagwell, are you a heavy smoker? I said, no, sir, I don't smoke. He said, check that right off. He said, Mr. Bagwell, are you a heavy drinker? I said, no, sir, I never touch a drop. He said, well, Mr. Bagwell, you seem mighty proud to say that. He said, well, let me tell you something. He said, a little bit of wine is good for your arteries. I said, Doctor, are you on television?